The weekend Colin proposed to me, we were going to New York City, as we do every year around Christmas. So I remember driving in, and I'm painting my nails in the car just in case, like, because I hadn't had time to get my nails done. And Colin, like, didn't pay any attention to what I was doing, and he was totally nonchalant about things. Colin had said a few times that he wanted to go to the top of the Rockefeller, because we hadn't ever been there.
Yeah, that was one thing we had never done. You know, I felt like it wasn't going to give anything away.
I had wishful thinking that something different was going to be coming on this year, in hopes that he was going to be proposing, although I had no inclination whatsoever. He wasn't dropping any hints. It was just wishful thinking.
Which is challenging for me because I'm a terrible liar and terrible at keeping secrets.
Yeah, the second he says something that's a lie, I just burst out laughing.
We couldn't see 5 feet.
Yeah, they warned us, like,
up.
there is zero visibility. He's like, doesn't matter, we have to go up and see it. And I was like, okay, like, we really don't have to do this, we can go do something else. We had to go through a metal detector, and that's when Colin started to, like, act kind of funny. And then we walked past the metal detectors into, like, this little museum kind of area where we were supposed to stop and read all of the parts of history about the top of the rock and how it was built and whatever. And Colin's usually the history buff who likes museums, things like that. And we're pretty much, like, sprinting through this little museum area. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you want to read this? No, okay, we'll keep going. Like, and then I just kind of, like, got nervous, that feeling like something weird was gonna happen. And then he was like, so you want to go to the next level? And I was like, okay. So again, we're, like, going up to the next level.
I remember, like, searching around because I didn't want to see too many people see us.
So he's, like, looking all around, and I'm looking all around, and then I turn back around and he's on his knee, and I'm just like, holy shit. It was the weirdest moment, like, we hadn't known each other ever before, because everything in that moment had just, like, frozen and been different and was just changing, and it wasn't the way it had been. And we both just laughed and then cried, because it was just that, like, awkwardness of knowing your best friend. And then
we went to the bar.
Yeah, then we got drunk.
Yeah. I had it booked in advance.
Yeah, that we were just gonna go out to dinner. So we got ready, we were gonna go out to dinner, and I thought it was just gonna be, like, a nice calm dinner after, like, a kind of crazy day.
It was cool, you know, I had my family and her whole family, and, you know, they were all waiting. It was definitely a nice way to celebrate. We're definitely family people, so.
Yeah, we walked in the room, and my entire family was there, and I see my dad, who is in North Carolina, and I just, like, burst out crying. Like, it was just like the most shocking moment, like, of my life that you had prepared, and you're just like,
I did.
Yeah, and so all along everybody really did know, and I had no clue, and that's what made it so good. You did a really good job.
Well, thank you. It was worth it.
Yeah. Okay, so how did we meet? Well, actually, the first time I met Colin, I was with my girlfriends, and I was pretty drunk, and I showed up at your apartment.
It's an understatement.
In the Towers. Were you living in Towers?
No, I was at Ricky's
And I tried to make
apartment.
spaghetti, and Colin was just, like, a mute. I didn't think you even spoke. You were really quiet, and I was spazzing around in the apartment, and I tried to make spaghetti, and I put a whole thing of water in a pot and just poured the pasta right on top of it. And that's when I think you first responded. Out. Yeah.
And then walked out. I'm kind of like, what is this girl doing?
Yeah.
Wasting an entire thing of spaghetti, even though I don't eat spaghetti.
I was a freshman in college and
you should,
was pursuing whatever was coming.
You should probably tell them about the notebook, the whole plan.
Yeah.
You know, the whole
in
plan
anatomy class one night, I scribbled down in a pad that to my girlfriends during class. Of course, I wasn't paying attention at all, but I was writing down in a notebook that I was gonna meet Colin near the end of the year, and that I was gonna hang out with him all summer, and all these plans I had. Although I've only, you know, talked to him. I don't think we talked that first night. When did we first start hanging out?
When we watched Grandma's Boy?
Yeah. And I came walking out of Evans the next morning, and Nicole was walking to the gym and nearly fell over.
Yeah.
Because she didn't think that all my pursuit would ever come to life.
From there on out, it was, I don't know, easy.
My dad loves Colin more than anything. The son he never had. Sometimes I'm like, oh, hey Dad, I'm here too, remember? Because he just flocks to Colin. He just loves Colin. My mom, she couldn't be happier. I mean, Colin's the perfect person for me, and he's just as perfect for me as he is for my mom and everything we've been going through, and he's just always there for us. And as far as me becoming a Neggy, I'm pretty excited because I love that family, and I'm very excited to become part of a family that's like so fun and so loving, and just a whole bunch of people that I love to be around. So, I mean, Colin's a plus, but his family is a huge plus. So.
Yeah, we've been blessed, that's for sure, with the families that we have supporting us, and the how welcoming they are. Makes it, when they make it easy, it makes life a lot easier, that's for sure. We both have really supportive families, and we have families that love us for who we are. Whatever decision we decide to make with our lives, we both know that both of our families are going to support us. There will never be, I don't think there's anything that really can come in between us and our families. You know, both sides, you know, they're both just so supportive.
I've learned, most importantly, that Colin is truly my best friend. My other half, my rock. And it took a long time for me to, probably longer for me than for Colin, to learn all those things about myself and about him. Because I did need some time for myself to just figure things out, because I'm a little bit slower sometimes.
It's that year of maturity I have, you know.
Colin's probably the most kind, charismatic person. He makes up for things that I don't have in my personality. He can talk your ear off, and he talks mine off, and everybody I know, and I'm not so much that person, so he just, you know, makes up for things that maybe I'm not, and I trust him with my life, with every problem I have, every struggle I come across. You know, he's there for me and my family, and, you know, we just kind of complement each other, and I've learned that life's just better with Colin.
I've seen countless times how strong she is, you know, between certain things that have happened in her life, certain things that have happened between us. She's shown, you know, a great deal of strength, and it's always been, you know, something that has, you know, supported me. You know, in times where I was weak, you know, she was strong for me. I like to think that I've done the same for her, and I know that that's something that I thrive off of. How I feel about her, it's hard to describe. You know, there's times when I don't see her for a few days, and, you know, I feel it in my chest, and I think about her, and, you know, I can't wait to get home, and she's my best friend, you know, and that's one thing that I've learned over those 6 years, is that, you know, marrying my best friend, and I couldn't ask for anything more.